Hi, Hausner. Now, we have already had our first day of school, but there's almost like a new first day of school rapidly approaching, one where some of us are going to be joining again in person, and some of us will still be learning from afar. Regardless of whether you are going to be here or whether you're going to be here through the screen, I have a great book to read to you today. It's called School's First Day of School. It is written by Adam Rex and it is illustrated by Christian Robinson. Christian Robinson has illustrated quite a lot of books that I'd love to read, including Last Stop on Market Street. And Adam Rex has written many very funny picture books and chapter books. But today we are going to read School's First Day of School. Enjoy. You can see kids in the blacktop. Oh, look at that. It's a brand new building being built. I wonder what it's going to be. Can anyone guess? That summer, they dug up the big field and poured the foundation and set brick on top of brick until they had built a school. Now look at that. Looks very cheerful. In fact, I see little face. Do you? Actually, I see a few faces. Look at those houses as well. A sign above the door read, Frederick Douglass Elementary. That's a good name for me, thought the school. Does anyone know who Frederick Douglass was? Well, if you're in second grade or higher, you could research him for a biography project or just for fun. Most days, a man named Janitor came to mop the school and buff his floors and wash his windows. This is nice, the school said to Janitor. Just the two of us. Won't be just us for long, said Janitor. Soon the teachers will come, and then you will be filled with children. The school creaked. Children? All kinds of children. They'll come to play games and to learn. Oh, said the school. Will you be here? You'll see me after the school day is over, said Janitor. Don't worry, you'll like the children. But the school thought that Janitor was probably wrong about that. Then they came, the children did, and there were more of them than the school could possibly have imagined. Now look at that school door, that door that kind of looks like a face. What emotion do you feel like the school is feeling? Nervousness? Anticipation? Maybe a little scared? There's so many new things coming. They got everywhere. They opened and closed all of his doors and lockers and drank water from his fountains and played on his jungle gym. Huh. So that's what that is for, thought the school. Some of the older kids gathered by the school's back fence and showed each other their bored faces. This place stinks, said one, and the school gasped. I hate school, said another with puffy hair, to the agreement of his friends. The school sagged a little bit. One very small girl with freckles didn't want to come inside the school at all. Her mother had to carry her. I must be awful, the school whispered to himself. Are some of you maybe feeling a little nervous about coming to school? Don't worry. If you do, that's okay. Us teachers are here to help you, walk you into school, to your classroom, and we're going to have a great time together. But it's okay to feel a little nervous. Well, later the school squirted the puffy-haired kid in the face, then felt bad about it afterwards. He watched the kindergarten kid sit on one of his rugs. The teacher said, as we go around the circle, please tell us your name. There was an Aiden, and a Max, and a Bella, and another Aiden, and an Emma, and a Caden, and a Chloe. The small girl with freckles was next, but she wouldn't speak. She only stared at her shoes until the teacher moved on. I don't like school, she whispered into her lap. Well, thought the school, maybe it doesn't like you either. I have a feeling that the school's feelings were hurt. The children were in their chairs finally, but just as the school was beginning to relax, his fire alarm sounded, and all the children exited and walked to the other side of the field and stared at him. He was so embarrassed. He held his doors open for them when they returned. Sorry, he said, as the first child entered. Sorry, he told them all, even the little girl with the freckles. At 12 o'clock, the school was filled with food. At 12:30, the school was filled with garbage. At one table, a boy told a funny joke, and another boy laughed so hard that milk came out of his nose. Now I'm covered with nose milk, thought the school. He did have to admit that it was a pretty funny joke, though. Even the girl with freckles liked it. See, she's starting to smile. Ugh, I wouldn't want to be covered with nose milk. Ugh. After lunch, the kindergarten kids learned about shapes. A rectangle has 4 sides, said the teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a square has 4 sides too. In fact, a square is actually a special kind of rectangle. Wow, said the school. I did not know that. Now think about that. What shape is the school? He's learning about himself. That's pretty fun. Afterwards, the children made pictures with glitter and paste. The girl with freckles made a picture of the school. It looks just like me, thought the school. Except glittery. It's kind of like she's known me my whole life. Do you think I could have your picture? The teacher asked her. Don't tell anyone, but I think it's the best. The school thought she was probably right about that. The freckled girl smiled when the teacher stuck her drawing onto the school wall with a push pin. Ouch, said the school, but he didn't mind. Not really. At 3 o'clock, the parents came to pick up the children. At 3:30, janitor came to pick up the school. I was full of kids, the school told him, and I heard a joke and I accidentally had a fire drill, but everyone was nice about it, and I listened to a classroom and learned about shapes. Sounds like the school learned a lot today. Maybe his emotions have changed from being nervous at the start of the day to being wowed and amazed and really wanting to share what he learned. I hope you like to share what you learned with your parents at the end of the day. You had a big day, said janitor. The school said, do you think you could invite everyone to come back tomorrow, especially the little freckled girl? Janitor nodded. I'll see what I can do. Later, janitor sat on top of the school, and they watched the sun go down. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was, said the school. I thought I was your house. Nope, said janitor. I suppose some other place gets to be your house, the school added. Janitor nodded. That's true, but you get to be a school. That's lucky. And the school thought he was probably right about that. And look at school again. School looks kind of like they're smiling. And there are the kids playing outside at recess. The end. I hope you really enjoyed school's first day of school. It is a fun story because anytime you have new beginnings, it can be a little nervous making. You might be happy. You might want to be like, I don't want to do this to your friends to be together, but maybe that might hurt someone's feeling. I hope you all like to start things with a sense of adventure and maybe let's try something new. And then you can talk about it with someone in your life. You can always talk about it with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.